Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, we are spilling the beans. It is about time. I've been dropping hints, making innuendos, giving all kinds of verbal cues, and you guys, many of you already caught on a long time ago. Yes, I found a lady friend and wasn't really searching, wasn't really, seeking. Through a friend of a friend. It was actually a co-worker at one of the divisions I used to work at over in Arkansas. This friend of the friend reached out, had no idea I was on YouTube, had no idea any of this stuff, but we hit it off in conversation. Been talking for some time now, and guys, you saw the pictures. Put them on Facebook, community tab posts, and of course videos this weekend at Lake Tenkiller in Oklahoma. I've got a new lady friend. That's right. It's quite a blessing. Wasn't searching for it. Wasn't really super on my radar. If God wanted to put some of them in my path, then so be it. And man, things are sure really nice. Nice Christian lady. So many things in common. So hopefully you've got to see the posts and the video. Her name is Tracy, and she knew nothing again about me being on YouTube. This is totally foreign to her, this whole YouTube community lifestyle thing. But the good news is she's into it. Again, she got thrown to the wolves, would you say, at the Mid-America Meetup at Lake Tenkiller. 300 plus people. I believe there was 300 people signed the guest book, and I personally know people that did not sign it. They didn't even know it existed. And I was like, yeah. So that 300 was just people that signed in. So there's definitely more than 300 people. Cindy Brown emailed me a list of all the channels that they had knowledge of going, and I looked down the list one after the other and was super excited to see that I shook hands and hugged goodbye almost every single one of them. And if you're watching this and I did not shake your hand at the Mid-America YouTube Meetup, I apologize. I tried each day. I got out there on Wednesday. Drove out there, took my house, took the Ridge crib with me, and well, actually I got out to the 41.36 on Wednesday. Spent the night with Mel and Gary, Anthony and Roxanne. David came over from Come On Homesteading. Lots of people came over. Hopefully you saw that video of the visit to the 41.36 and distributed the rabbits and did all that. And then I headed out Thursday morning to Lake Tenkiller. Got the camper all set up at that gorgeous campground at Cherokee Landing State Park. Oh my goodness, guys, that place is gorgeous. All the cliffs and all the rocks. And yeah, I chickened out. I told Drew I would jump off the cliff with him, and Preston did it. Drew did it. I believe even Frankie did it, and Mike from Drifting Dreamers 5 did it, and I did not do it. I can make all kinds of excuses, but I love cliff diving, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I do know why, but guys, next time we have an opportunity like that, maybe at Blue Mountain Lake when we have our next year's Mid-America YouTube Meetup. Again, that's going to be in Arkansas next year, guys. Make sure you're looking out. I believe on Memorial Day weekend. That's the plans. They haven't got it reserved yet. More information will be coming out. But this is a great time of the year for that to happen. But maybe when we get out there, there's all kinds of places to swim and do those kind of things, and I'll prove my worth. I did not do it. I'm humble pie with this one. But I got out there on Thursday and set up the Ridge crib. That's what Auntie Ann has called my little home away from home here. Actually, it's home in home. No, I don't have a home. Well, I do have a home. I have a home here on the Ridge, And home is where the heart is, right? And got all set up, and then I headed out to Fayetteville. And I met Tracy in Fayetteville, not just a little jump over into Arkansas. And we had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time. Again, we've been talking for a short while. I mean, nothing, just recently. But really developed a relationship. And that meeting in Fayetteville, again, I'm telling you this, guys, because you're going to see her. You're going to see a lot more of her, and I wanted to give you a small little background. No personal things. I'm not going to share anything like that. But her name is Tracy, and she is a fine Christian woman, and so many things in common. Oh my goodness, I could start listing right now all the things in common, and you would be amazed. I'm seriously amazed. But we had a fine dinner and just struck it off from the get-go. Just like, because again, we've been talking for a few weeks, and just really hit it off. Again, this met and had dinner, and said goodbye that night. It was just just to place a face, to the person we've been speaking with. And yeah, I'm very, very happy. And she really hadn't had plans for her to come out to the YouTube meetup. It was while I was there to meet up with her and everything. And we just struck it off so well. She said, yeah, I'll venture into the den of vipers with you and see what's going on with this YouTube thing that you're a part of. And guys, she came out there, and she was a champ. I'm talking, she jumped right in talking to all the friends and family that were there. I mean, it was just a wide collection, 300 people. And I'll tell you one thing, we grew the size of the family this weekend. I mean, and I'm gonna get back into that in just a little bit, but guys, that's not an exclusive thing. And I'll get more into detail about that, but it grew immensely. I mean, I was just amazed at the people we came into contact with. We put faces to names this weekend. I'll tell you that right now. People we trusted online became more than just friends online this week at the meetup. But Tracy jumped right into it, met all the my close friends, met all the viewers, the other channels, and even when we were up there speaking on stage, David from Come On Homestead handed him his camera, and she became a camera lady. Oh, and Sid did the same thing, and from 3 Mississippi, Mike and Sid, and really cool. I mean, just really cool how she took to it. Again, I'm so proud of her. And again, I didn't push her. I didn't want her. She wasn't even supposed to be there. But it was great. It was great, and really had a good time. And she's a very respectable lady, and she has a beautiful family, and I respect her immensely. And I'm looking forward to growing our relationship, getting to know each other. She does live in Arkansas, and I live in Tennessee, and that is an obstacle, but there's a reason we were put together. There's a reason we were brought together, and I'm sure of that. And we're going to overcome anything. If this is meant to be, and this is something that God wants to bless, it'll work. But we've got lots of plans this summer. We've made tentatively, and we're gonna have some adventures. She's an empty nester. I'm an empty nester. And she's on board with what I got. She's not moving out here. We're not getting married. That's not what we're jumping into or anything. So don't be worried about that, guys. That's not on either of us. We're not saying I want to get married. I'm moving to the Ridge, or I'm giving up the Ridge and moving to Arkansas. That's not happening. But who knows? Where the future lies. Again, I'm telling you these things because you're my friends here, and you're going to be knowing all this stuff here on YouTube, and I'm not sharing anything that's personal, other than that I've met a lady friend. She lives in Arkansas. And got to meet my friends at the YouTube meetup, and I look forward to getting to know her better in a slow, adult manner. We're not going to jump into anything like kids and run off to Vegas and get married or anything like that. So don't worry about that, guys. But continue to pray for both of us that God leads us in a wise, mature direction. Okay, that's what I want. I want a wise, mature relationship with Tracy, and that's I'm very excited about it. So pinch, you're something special. Oh man, some of you really called it. Some of you nailed it on the head a couple weeks ago. It was pretty funny. So y'all see something behind me here to the right? I don't know what I got my aperture on. It's on 9, so you might not be able to see it in focus. But that is a couple raised beds. Grandma Carol's got some tomatoes. That's 2 galvanized raised beds over there that she's been working on. I'll probably show them to you on a RidgeLife video a little later. But she's got, I think, 14 plants, you know, and each one of those, there's like one every 6 inches all the way around. No, she doesn't. There's 3 plants in each one of them, okay, guys? There's like one every 18 inches. She did okay, okay? She did okay. I believe she's talking to Mike from 3 Mississippi. Not Mike from Drifting Dreamers 5. I love you, Mike. I love you, Lissa. You guys did not deserve all the hate and thing. Yeah, they've overcome it, guys. They've laughed it off, and matter of fact, they've prospered from it. So God bless them. But Mike from 3 Mississippi has a lot of good information on tomatoes and tomato planting and all that. And Grandma Carol is she's done it a few times herself, so she kind of knows what's going on there. She's got them looking pretty. She actually put some on the. I'm kind of spilling lots of beans today, aren't I? I'm telling you about the plants over there. She actually I trimmed, I weeded all around the rabbits and the chickens. She planted some tomatoes on the backside of the rabbitry. So all that good rabbit poo is leaching into the ground right next to the tomatoes, and she don't even have to transplant the fertilizer. It's like, yes! She's so smart. I'm talking, she's so smart. But so we got that. We did get back from the meetup, or I got back from the meetup, and I got back right at dark last night, right at dark. And I got the camper placed within an inch of where it was before, within an inch. And got it all set up, got the air conditioner going, got the electricity, the water, the gas, the heat, and all that stuff. The heat, I don't need no heat right now, that's for sure. But I'm set back up there, got back to work today. And of course I get to work and everybody's like, who's your lady friend? Who's that girlfriend you got? And I had to tell them the whole story, you know, not the whole story, you know, keep some things private. But the meetup, guys, the meetup, I've been doing YouTube, what, 4 years now, 3.5 years, something like that. Just the most amazing experience. It was the biggest meetup I think I've ever been to. And I've been to the Okie Homesteading Expo last year, and that was huge, but that was an expo, that wasn't a meetup. This was 300 plus people at a campground, MT Homestead, Mike and Terry, and Oklahoma Granny. Did an amazing job. JB Conway was involved in it. So many other people were involved. So many donations, so many giveaways, so many events. The fishing tournament. The kids had piñatas. They had a nasty soda drinking contest. Just so much good food. Mike from Drifting Dreamers 5 was a master chef. I believe David was over there. Of course, altruistic Farmstead. Jen and Wiley were cooking. They're just amazing hosts as well. Just so many people volunteered, you know. Got to meet Maddie from Backwoods Mindset. Again, seen him before. Got to meet Carrie Oak for the first time. Got to meet David Moffat for the first time. Teresa for the first time. Oh my, so many viewers that don't have channels I got to meet for the first time, put faces to names. And what my goal was this meetup, guys, my goal this meetup was not to be the channel that sits in one spot and waits for people to come to them. That was, in other meetups I've been to, that was kind of intimidating to me as a viewer, as a young YouTuber, having to go seek them out. I endeavored not to do that this time. From the moment I got there to the moment I left, I tried to shake as many hands and hug as many shoulders and speak to as many people as I can. So hopefully every single person watching this that was at the meetup got a personal, at least a small conversation with me or hi, or when I did my live stream, and my live stream was kind of a mess because I meant to do a live stream. I'd scheduled it to happen right after the raffle. Well, the raffle was long because they gave away a lot of prizes. Lindsay won most of them from Into the Mist. Lindsay, you know somebody in the, how'd you, anyway. So my live stream, I was kind of going around while the raffle was going on, and I was on the peripheral, just grabbing every single person I could find that, was a fledgling YouTuber, just starting out. I remember, when I just started out, and asking them what their channel was, what it was about, and gave them a moment to say what they wanted. Try not to interrupt them if they were watching the raffle. I try not to do that. And I grabbed some of the larger channels too, just so you could see that they were mingling about and they were elbowing with, with everybody. And that's seriously, every channel that I know there that was 25,000 subscribers or more, we're all seeking people out and sharing their knowledge, sharing their experiences, encouraging others. I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, I was just super, super impressed by the love and friendship throughout the campground. I know Cold Beer Ranch was going all over the place. We were going all over the place. David was everywhere. Oh my gosh. Melanie from Simple After Claim. I didn't get to talk to Melanie 5 minutes all day. She had talked and shook hands with every single person there in the time she was there. So I got to really spend hardly any time with her. Me and David got to spend a lot of time because he was staying in the Ridge Crib with me. We had our little camp set up, so at nighttime we had music going, and we had so many viewers that joined our campsite that night, or both nights. And I got to meet the Masons, Tim and Dana. They're out of Mississippi, and they were just the nicest people. Oh my goodness. Tracy and I just instantly connected with them, and Tim and Tracy, you guys are awesome. David Moffat, I'm so glad I got to meet you. He does DollarSeed.com, I think it's what it's called. He gave me a bunch of Frisbees to give out to all the kids, so he gave me a big old box of Frisbees, and I went around to every kid I could find saying, here's a Frisbee, go check out David's, and tell your mom, DollarSeed.com or whatever. And so he was awesome. Again, Teresa, got to see her for the first time. I believe Tamara and David, someone I'd never met in person before. I didn't get to spend that much time with you. I heard, I got to see you at least, Tamara and David. Wish I got to talk to you other than just in passing. But oh my goodness, and when I left, I planned on leaving at noon, and I spent 37 minutes hugging everybody goodbye, and not just the ones I'm close to. Matter of fact, they had all already left, done their goodbyes. It was just so awesome. I don't have a negative thing to say other than it rained one day. And then it cleared up and was gorgeous weather. Thank you, Lord. It was so blue and clear and no humidity and perfect camping weather. The campfire the last night. Oh, and we had, on our music going, we had lights that would flicker with the music. Well, our campmates, the people that were camping right next to us, they had these two projectors that projected green little stars and stuff on the pine trees, because we were at the, right next to the pavilion, so all these pine trees, and their projectors broadcast these little green dots that floated around the pine trees, and we're like, oh my goodness, this is heaven. We were just, now one person thought they were fireflies. I'm not going to name his name, Jeff Bobblehead. Sorry to bust his bubble. He looked up and said, oh, look at all the fireflies. This reminds me of being up in Illinois. And I was like, Jeff, it's light. He's like, oh yeah, his eyes are the same age as mine. Me and Jeff are exactly the same age, I believe. And Jeff, I'm sorry, Jeff, put you on throw you under the bus like that, but I just love all the stories from this week. Again, I chickened out on the cliff dive that I said I wanted to do. Drew Drew sent Preston to come get me to do it, and I didn't do it. Preston is Chrissy and Jeremy's son from Paragon Ridge Ranch. Again, it was just a love fest between everybody. I'd seen people that, I hadn't seen in channels and friends I hadn't seen in so long. And it was just, all the way around. People I hadn't talked to, people I thought that, you know, may have had some animosity. Everybody just came together. I mean, really came together. When I did my speech, several of us were asked to do speeches on certain topics. Mine was community. And I looked around and I saw David from Come On Homestead, and Matt Payne and Christian. I saw Jeremy and Chrissy and John and Matt and John from Cold Beer Ranch, and I saw Mike and Sid and Mel and Gary, Anthony and Roxanne. I just saw so many people, and I called them out saying, I would have never have met you if it wasn't for YouTube, and I am so thankful for this community. It was just awesome. I can't say enough. So next year it's going to be at Blue Mountain State Park, I believe, there in Arkansas. And hopefully Drifting Dreamers 5, Mike and Liz can get that going. I mean, Mike and Terry, I think, are giving them some pointers. David's going to assist with that, and I'll help where I can. You know, the group will come together and reach out and just make it a huge, I mean, I hope it's near the success that the Mid-America YouTube Meetup was. I mean, it's just amazing. How long have I talked? I've talked for 21 minutes today. I talked about spilling the beans on my girlfriend. Thank you, Tracy, and hopefully it's okay with everything I shared today. It was not, you know, nothing personal about you or your family or my, you know, our interactions, other than just I'm super blessed to get the opportunity to call you someone I know and someone I can get to know much better. I'm super excited about where this is headed. And again, may God bless it. That's all I can say. You see the plants behind me? There's some beans spilling there. The bees, guys, you know, I'm working on still the videos of when I was burning the brush pile. I should have that one. Actually, I'm gonna put that one out fairly soon, ahead of the other video, the big master video I'm working on. But the bees, I went over and just checked the bees a while ago. I got all my colonies of bees have activity. I haven't broke into them. It's pretty amazing to see that, which means there's honey. That's all clover over there, guys. There's clover everywhere, and the bees are starting to bring in the nectar heavily here in West Tennessee. Yes. Elvis is doing good over there. You heard him crowing. The rabbits, we just have the 3 breeding rabbits now. Elsa, Gray, and Ginger. All the babies are all there on the 41.36 and Come On Mountain, just doing wonderfully. Hopefully you've seen that video of all the kids on the 41.36 and Come On, you know, getting their rabbits and naming them, and just blessings all the way around. So I'm gonna leave this one at this today. I could continue to talk about the meetup, how awesome it was, about my new girlfriend, how awesome she is, and just how blessed this life is. So if any negativity comes your way, brush it off. Don't participate in it. Don't acknowledge it. Don't even give it a second thought. Rumors, gossip, ill intent. If you hear it, let it go in here, let it go out here, and move on. That's all I got to say. Be nice to people. I've said that several ramblings in a row here over the last couple of weeks, you know, with the tomato issue and any other hoopla going on. Just be nice. Be a community. Build people up. Don't bring them down. If what you're going to say isn't going to be taken well, keep it to yourself. Maybe talk to them personally. But love one. Just share the love. Let's stop with any kind of negativity out there, guys. There's a lot of healing going on, and I want that healing to continue. That's all I got to say about that. That's what my mama said. Life's like a box of chocolates. All right, I'm a dork. I was called a dork so many times this week, you know? Except for John sending Frankie over, paying her $5, put the Cold Beer Ranch sticker on the back of my camper. My Ridge Crib's got a Cold Beer Ranch sticker on the back of it now. It's not even centered up with the bumper. Oh my gosh, my OCD is killing me. Huh. Love you, John. All right, guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Be nice to everybody. Keep rambling and go RidgeLife.